Hi everyone, this is Amanda Aguiar, your local realtor, and today we're going to talk about how you can save for your down payment in 6 months. I'm going to be sharing 5 steps with you, and number 5, it is very critical, so make sure you stay until the end so you can get that tip for you. But before we go anywhere, make sure you subscribe and like my page so you can get more videos with educating tips for you on a weekly basis. To save for a house in 6 months can seem almost impossible, but if you really follow these tips, I think you'll be surprised in how much you can save. So number 1, budget, budget, budget. No one wants to hear it, but having a budget and actually sticking to it, it is the key to quickly saving money for a home. This can be your ordinary, easy to accomplish budget either. If you're saving for a house, you have to laser-like focus on your spending habits. Your spending budget should be bare bones. Every little bit of extra money needs to be going towards your save for a house fund. And this can be accomplished with some steps like having a firm vision of your future home so that helps you stick to it every single day. Finding a budgeting method that works for you and then going on hardcore. If you can go hardcore for 6 months, I can guarantee that you'll be shocked of how much you can save. Number 2, set up a separate account to save for a home. Anytime you're having a specific goal, you will be more successful if you put your funds in a completely separate account. Preferably one that can be completely a separate bank, so you don't want to be tempted to pull your funds from a random emergency that aren't really an emergency. When you're putting aside large amounts of money to save for a house, you need to make your money inaccessible on a day-to-day basis. But at the time, you don't want it to tie it up on stocks or something that could lose value quickly. Number 3, automate the housing saving process as much as possible. This can be accomplished in multiple ways. You can contact your work HR department and request that a dollar amount or a set percentage to be put into a new account when you are paid. If your HR department can't transfer funds directly from your payroll, then set up an auto transfer through your regular bank. Make sure that the funds are debiting the day after being deposited. The number 1 goal here is to make sure that the money it is in a regular operating account for long. It is too easy to spend the money when it isn't in a separate savings account. Number 4, cuts cost everywhere to save money for your new home. Okay, this is super broad. There are literally hundreds of ways to save money, but here are some couple quick money saving tips that can make a huge impact immediately. So let's get started. Stop eating out. Do regular spending freezes, meal plan or meal prep. Get rid on your monthly recurring cost. For example, cable, music service, gym memberships. No vacation, it's only 6 months. Staycations or anything like that. Inexpensive or DIY gifts. Don't visit mall or Target. I bet if you look at your closet, you have more than enough for the next 6 months without having to buy anything. No more manicure and pedicures. I get, ladies, again, it's for a short time. The biggest thing you have to do is to save money for a home in 6 months and learning to say no. Yes, it sucks, but you need to scorch earth policy. Every single extra penny you have the needs to go into your saving money for your funds. It is honestly only for 6 months, so literally no exceptions. Be open and honest with your family and friends and set expectations that you're going to be cheap steak for the next 6 months while you're saving for your house. Finding expensive ways to spend time with family and friends. You'll be surprised of how much free stuff is available in your area when you're willing to look around. And I think you end up surprising yourself when you start to realize how much money you had been wasting. Number 5, start a side hustle to earn extra money to save for a house. I know it sounds crazy, but starting a side hustle is #1 saving tip for a house. Sometimes cutting your costs just isn't enough and you have to think outside the box. Most of the time, the quickest way to save money for a new home, it is to earn extra income. I highly recommend getting a second job. It is just for a part-time, working extra hours, maybe overtime, or starting some type of a side hustle. And I am a huge advocate for having multiple revenue streams and firmly believe it is the best way to save money. Besides, when you're focused on your free time on earning extra money, it is a lot easier not to feel the pain of your spending freeze. And when you have extra income coming in all of the sudden numbers in your example above aren't so crazy. Depending on your skills and willingness to work, making an extra $400, I don't know, $800 per week, it isn't so hard. And if you have 2 people earning for that type of extra income for a home in 6 months, isn't it so crazy anymore? So if you need any help starting a side hustle, I highly recommend this book that I've heard, and it's called How to Start Your First Side Hustle. So it'll give you some ideas. In this book, it's packed with multiple helpful tips on starting a side business that will actually make money. So again, I understand that saving extra money can be really tight sometimes, but it is not impossible, especially if you have your goal to buy your home. Thank you for staying to the end so that you can get that tip #5 in how to help you earn that extra money every month so you can help you get closer and closer to your down payment for your future home. But make sure you subscribe and follow the page. Put any comments below in how I can help you if you have any questions or need some guidance. Videos are coming up every week, so I will see you in the next one.